circles, curves and circles. That's where power comes from, isn't it? Curves, circles and spirals. At this point in the training, it's really important now to actually fully understand that. In karate, they've got a thing called mawashioki, because when you look at it, the arms can only make a circle going that way, or they can pull and push. They can't do anything else. When you look at mawashioki, very few people do that right or do it well. But when you do, you've got all the various traps in the system there. And basically, it's a fundamental exercise for every single technique that can be done. You can't do anything else. If someone says, what's the application? You go, name any technique. It's in there. So what we do is we break that down. So first of all, we learn it. We learn it as a breathing exercise. We learn it as a qigong exercise. And once we've learned that circle, the two circles going either way, we then break that out. So we have both arms going one way. This is silk reeling. And again, you're still using all the traps, and then both hands going round the other way and then pulling and pushing. So we push hands on those. So we've got pushing hands on the wrist circles, like we do with the silk reeling, going one way and going the other. And then you can have one hand going one way and the other hand going the other way. And you're working all the traps into that as well. And then we can run off all the locks, all the throws that come out from those curves and those circles. And it's taking the opponent's straight line into a spiral to be able to manipulate them. I love this section of the training. I mean, it's everything's in there. It's quite short form because obviously we've got the mawashioki technique, and then you've got the arms going one way and then the arms going the other way with the silk reeling, and you've got the pulling and the pushing. But that's all you need, and there's so many things that can come off of that. And when you've been doing the wedge and the ball pushing from the 4 basic blocks and so on, now when you want to changing gaits by using these curves and circles does make it a lot easier. And as I say, you can take any opponent's technique, take it into a spiral, you can lock, throw, and you can do that spontaneously. So learning to do that from pushing hands, most people find it really hard to apply locks because they're trying to apply them in a static way. Here you learn from the pushing to the opponent puts themselves in the locks. All you do is you just guide them. And if they go to get out of one lock, you put them into the next one. And then if they go to get out of that one, they put themselves into it. So you learn how to spontaneously move with the opponent, but you put all of that into the circles. And as I say, can do everything from there: strangles, chokes, locks, throws. Every technique can come out of that. And it's a lovely way to push hands. We push hands on the wrists doing that. Then we push hands on the forearms as well. And then we can go from having both hands going the same way to one going one way and one going to the other. It's a great section where they learn that power in the martial arts doesn't stop. The moment that you start any energy moving, as long as you keep moving and put it into curves and spirals, it doesn't stop. You've got continuous momentum, which means that you leave no gaps that the opponent can take advantage of. So circles, really important stage of training.